I didn't take our picture.
No, you
All right, all right, all right.
Hey!
Welcome to A Way to a Great Marriage, or The Way to a Great Marriage cast. Tonight, LaRonda is going to sing her favorite song, You're Invited to a Wedding.
Well, this is wedding month, June. All of the brides are excited to be getting married to their lovely loved ones. We had a daughter get married. She was so excited. And Sunday, they where she lives, they had to go to the courthouse first, and then so Sunday, they're doing their big ceremony in front of all their friends there. We don't get a chance to go because we're so busy. But congratulations to our Heather and our Jesus. We love you. This is a different kind of a wedding invitation. It's actually um, we're the bride. Christ is the groom, and this goes back a long, long time ago. I think the Inspirations sung it. I'm not sure. One of the quartets when I was a kid sung this. So you're invited to a wedding that will be held soon. We are the bride. Christ is the groom with a crown to wear and a long white robe. We'll walk down the aisle made of pure gold. So what is your answer? How will you respond? The groom is asking the bride to come, and the supper will be in heaven, our new home above. Here's a wedding invitation he's sending with love. Now if Daniel can come from a lion's den, if fire can't touch those three Hebrew children, if Lazarus can make it out of the grave, you and I can go by the way of safe. What is your answer? How will you respond? The groom is asking the bride to come, and the supper will be in heaven, our new home above. Here's a wedding invitation he's sending with love. Amen. Amen. Amen.
All right.
He's sending a wedding invitation. Come on over here, my sweetie. We can move back and forth.
I got to put you in the center for
the singing.
Yeah, for the singing, so that whenever I make a short out of it, then you won't. We won't be making a short of the wall over there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the interesting thing is, I got off of my page. Sorry.
Oh.
Let's see. So it is Dr. Les and Leslie Parrott. That's who I do the Symbios assessments through. And so there is a charge. They charge like $30 to do the Symbios assessments. I don't charge anything.
Right.
I never make any money for anything. So. But they say the joy of June. Ever wondered where we got the name for this month?
Nope. I didn't know.
Turns out that June is named after Juno,
Oh,
the Roman goddess of marriage.
I didn't know that.
Going way back, it was believed that couples married in June because, uh, uh, or married in June would be blessed with prosperity and happiness. These days, brides and grooms choose to the month of June to marry more for its typically mild and pleasant weather.
Right.
For school, they
School's
get married
out.
as soon as school's out.
Yeah, school's out.
I don't know these days. They don't get married as soon as school's out.
No.
They want to wait a while. But
Yeah.
I mean, with my parents got married June the 20th, and it was because the kids wanted to get married as soon as they graduated.
And June the 20th is when we said our wedding vows to each other.
I know.
Yay!
Don't remind me.
Oh, 4 years ago.
Whether than for anything else. As we step into June, we want to remind you of the profound role you play, that is us, in the journey of countless couples. Your expertise, empathy, and dedication are the unseen threads that weave the fabric of strong, enduring marriages. Each session you conduct with your trusty Symbis assessment builds a lasting foundation of trust, understanding, and love that will support couples through inevitable jolts and missteps. It's interesting. Every couple that I've ever taken through it are married.
Yeah, that is.
Think about that. They will eventually encounter every word of encouragement, every strategy you provide, and every listening ear you offer helps couples to navigate their new beginnings with confidence and hope. Your work is invaluable, and its impact reaches far beyond what is immediately visible. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to fostering healthy, happy marriages. The value you add to lives of the couples in your care is truly transformative. Now, they have started, they say, have you considered having Symbios small groups?
I would love that.
They're likely well versed in using Symbios assessments in one-on-one sessions with couples. But are you aware that it was designed with small groups and classes in mind? Whether you have 2 or 3 couples in a group or a classroom with dozens of couples, you can use Symbios with confidence.
I love that.
Your Symbios dashboard is filled with resources specifically for use in a group setting. Check out blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, but I thought it was interesting that's why the June is marriage month. I
didn't know that.
People were graduating from high school back when mom and dad graduated, and
everybody got
married as soon as they could.
Yeah.
I know that's brings plans.
It is. I mean, boom, boom. He's ready. That's true.
Dixie.
Him and Dixie.
I don't think she will graduate by then, right?
Yeah.
No, he's going to wait until she graduates.
Yes, he's be 19, she'll be 18.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be graduated. Yeah. And that way he'll have a year.
Okay.
He'll have a year maybe to get prepared. But he's made his mind up.
Sure.
He really has. And I believe he'll end up marrying Dixie. I really do. And she's a sweetheart. We love her.
So since this is marriage month, then you must, all you newlyweds, must have some questions. So so ask your questions, or if you would like to do a Symbios, it's best done, in person. But I'm sure we probably could do it. Maybe we could do it as a group.
That would be awesome.
And so
I would do it again.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or lead it.
And so maybe we could do a something like that.
Yeah.
Do assessments virtually.
Let us know. That would be awesome if you guys want to do that.
Basically, send this assessment to me. It helps you to learn how that each other fights. Well, like our last podcast, how to have a good and healthy discussions. People want to call them discussions.
Yeah. Terry didn't like fights. She didn't like that word.
Right.
She liked disagreement.
Disagreements.
Discussion.
But you know that's but how to fight good. You learn the style of your mate.
Yeah.
And so the fighting style. And so we were twinsies. Is that what you said?
Twinsies. Yeah.
Everybody's a twinsy to you. That's so codependent.
No. I mean, our answers were the same, and we weren't even in the same room. So I just call it twinsies.
We had identical.
A lot of them were identical.
Questions.
Yes.
Answers. Okay.
So I mean, I say that. I just say that as a saying, not as codependency.
How boring.
And me. Well, you said boring is good.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. If you want to stay together forever, be a boring person. You know, no.
A boring marriage.
I do not have a boring. We do not have a boring marriage. We have constant on the go surprises.
Now you said last night you were dramatic.
I am. See, I'm dramatic. So I'm not really boring. I'm like, ah! No. Annabelle has to get up and get in the picture. She likes to get up. She's been laying below us though. Katie's not had a really good day, so she's in her kennel, not being punished. She just went in there herself, didn't she?
So I guess we could talk about things about June weddings.
I would love to.
I guess the first thing is why spend a bunch of money on a big wedding?
True.
On a big ring.
Right.
On a big honeymoon.
Some couples spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a wedding.
That's a house.
It's a house. Well, it's a down payment.
I can buy a house.
Yeah, it's a down payment on a house. Yeah, it's a down payment on a house. No,
a starter home.
A starter home. Yes, if you can find one that was collected by the bank.
You buy a bank-owned home.
A bank-owned home. I don't know.
That's another podcast.
It is.
I may charge for that.
That would be a good one, a financial one. That would really be
a good one. I did a financial one, but I don't.
Well, not on here. You did.
Yeah, I did. I need to look and see how far I got.
No, I mean on a marriage one you did.
Oh, marriage.
With you. With me, huh?
I did one on the Waycast.
Yeah, on the Waycast you did.
And like we were saying, a lot of couples spend a lot of money, especially if you have a wet bar. That's $10,000.
It is. Which us as Christians are not going to have that.
Thank goodness for Christian weddings.
Christian weddings are better. They're better and they're cheaper.
And then you have a venue, the church. You don't have to rent.
Yeah.
And
when we got married, we had friends from our Celebrate Recovery. Let's see, I get right here. We're backwards when we're on TV. They cooked our chicken. We bought chicken, and they cooked chicken. They did fruit. I think Terry and Dave brought us a big bunch of fruit. And my best friend, she did all the catering. Philip, Donette, Marilyn, Billy,
professional caterers,
all the
NRCR.
Yeah, and Philip is even a chef.
Hey Terry.
Hi Terry. Hi.
Welcome to the Way to a Great Marriage cast.
We were just saying you gave us, it's June month, June weddings, and that for our wedding was in August. It wasn't in June, but you gave us.
Terry and Dave came to our wedding. They were in our wedding.
Terry and Dave were in our wedding. Yes. Terry was my maid of honor.
And Dave was one of my best men.
Dave was one of your best men. Yep. So, ours wasn't in June. Ours was in August, but we actually said our vows in June because on your mom and dad's wedding anniversary.
Okay.
So we have 3 anniversaries.
Women have all these anniversaries. The first day that you saw each other, the first day that
First
he
date.
called me, the first day that
The first
he
kiss that he
asked
gave
me out,
me.
the first day you went out. Yeah, they have all these dates.
Well, we get special thanks those days. But no, I think June. That's what Annabelle said. She agrees with me. She's so cute. Annabelle, you're interrupting. We see she has to be loved on, and Tony likes to rub her ears.
Softest ears in the world.
She's got the softest ears ever. You just want to sit and play with them all day long, and she doesn't mind. But like Tony said, I would love to have a couple symbiotes.
Okay, so
I would love it.
So we were talking about it, kind of walking through it.
Yeah.
People that they get engaged. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a ring, even though what the secret to the ring is buy it at Christmas and get 85%
off. That's what we did
at Belk's or JCPenney's.
And mine's beautiful, by the way. Like, can you see it? I don't know if you get it or not. But anyway.
Then, with a wedding venue, you if you're a Christian, you can use the church, and then you don't have to worry about a wet bar.
Exactly. We're not having a wet bar.
And then, so it's not as expensive. And then that's a nightmare. I went to a wedding that had a wet bar. Everybody's drunk.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Dancing on the tables and all kinds of crazy stuff.
No thanks.
And then you have the honeymoon.
Did we go on a honeymoon? We didn't.
We didn't. I thought that we went to Arizona and we went around. Around the world.
That's right. We did. Arizona was our honeymoon, wasn't it?
No,
we went every. Yeah, because we went in January. It snowed, and because it was during COVID, nothing was open. Our honeymoon was like traveling 1,600 miles, and nothing was open.
The whole the whole Navajo Nation was closed.
Yeah, see, this was my very first wedding anniversary. It's white turquoise. I don't know if you can see it. Mm. And then
got it at the Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen
and
Sedona.
And Sedona.
All of the Indian jewelries are. It's Navajo. Second anniversary, we went back out west. My second anniversary was the matching necklace piece. I can't remember, pendant. And then I don't have the other ones on, but my third anniversary was a bracelet and earrings. So
our first anniversary, we had COVID.
We did. We had COVID. Doggone it. We've had COVID 3 times. We got married when we had COVID.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When we got married, we had COVID.
We did. We had COVID.
I guess that wasn't our first anniversary. That when we got married.
Yeah.
We had COVID. So
we had COVID.
That was our honeymoon.
And then 2 years later, we had a vow ceremony because my Uncle Cecil came, and on the outside of the door, we were in our apartment. On the outside of the door, he signed it and he said, "Good luck, you're married." Open the door. Good luck, you're married. And signed. 2 years later, we actually, my cousin Mark and our Uncle Cecil did a vow ceremony with all of our friends and family.
So after they get home from the honeymoon, then they kind of have to decide where they're going to live.
Right.
And it's probably his or her place, right?
Yeah. If they're older and have their own places,
Oh, before.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're young, you get a place together for the first time.
Oh, that would be nice. Then you don't have to decide.
No, where are we going to live?
What are we going to do with all your furniture?
Yeah. What? We're just going to give it to the mission, all of your furniture.
Or the guy next door.
That's what we did.
What we did with mine.
Yeah. We gave all of Tony's.
He helped me move, so I thought I was like, you can have anything you want.
He took everything. I mean, bedroom suits, didn't he?
Yeah.
we're talking ice makers, whatever was sitting on any kind of appliance he took. But he did help us. He really did. So it was worth
So
it.
you're going to have to decisions about where you live. Some people may live in opposite ends of the country. Maybe
Might do it.
they dated long distance.
Yeah.
Having to decide. So that there's some decisions and how
Absolutely.
you make those decisions and
who decides?
who
Would it be where a job takes someone? Like,
Yeah, and most people probably would choose who makes the most money.
Right.
What job
what
makes
job?
the most money?
Yeah.
Trumps out.
Exactly. Okay, you get to boot. I got the bigger butts. No, I would say whatever. If they're up in a company or they're making the bigger money, they probably would move.
And hopefully they have married somebody who goes to the same church.
Oh,
but there
absolutely.
are people who marry and they go to different churches. Like, let's see, what was that girl's name? She did a whole podcast on.
Oh yeah,
her,
the African American girl.
Yeah.
What is her name?
Yeah,
Candace. Yeah.
Yeah, she was Southern Baptist and married Catholic.
Yes.
And she chose to go to Catholic church with him.
But she is still.
She didn't really like it.
No. And but now I've got a really good friend that's married to a Catholic, and she was raised Baptist, and he's a born again Christian. But he just still keeps the traditions of the Catholicism.
I claim that when I was married to the Catholic, the only time I went to the Catholic church, he caught on fire. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
Although I do remember is Neil sit, stand, Neil sit, Neil sit, Neil sit.
Neil up. Well, you know what? If we as Baptist or Pentecostal or whatever we are, if we kneeled and prayed that much, it'd probably be a whole lot better off. But no, but she says, in fact, she just talked about it a couple of days ago. She said, people give him a really hard time because he's Catholic. Mm-hmm. But she said he's accepted Jesus Christ as his Savior. Right. And she said he still has the traditions of Catholicism, but he's saved. I was like, well, praise the Lord, for that. But they still go to two different churches. Mm-hmm. They don't go to the same church. So if you have to, you adapt.
Well, they don't have any kids together though. But if you're going to raise kids together, it does cause a problem.
Yeah, they have one, a
together?
daughter, mm-hmm. And they raised her. They raised her Protestant, and she's born again Christian.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but now most of the time, a Catholic person will want them raised Catholic.
So that's part of the decision-making process too.
Children.
If you have kids, who are they going to go to church with if you decide not to go to the same church? But I don't think that's healthy that you don't go to the same church.
I love going to the same church. We used to have a preacher at one of our Baptist churches here in Berea that I went to, that his wife never came to church with him. She went to a church in Richmond. And I'm like, no. She needs to come.
We used to have people in Somerset. Their family would go to Lexington to church.
No, see that? No. No.
I think he was a deacon.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this guy was a preacher, and his wife didn't come with him or his children.
Tim remembers who I'm talking about.
Yeah. But I'm like, no, I would want if you was pastoring a church, and like say me and Braden was.
I mean, the church did put on great concerts.
Oh.
I went to see Newsboys there, and it was awesome.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen such a bank of speakers in my life. I bet they had 2 banks of speakers that had 100 speakers in it.
Wow.
Yeah, and those.
And it was in a church.
No, it was outside.
Oh wow.
They had it out behind the church in like their field, and so we were right there, me and Tim, in front of the speakers.
Oh no. Ow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, ouchie.
That would explain if I didn't have any hearing.
Right,
There,
in the right
but I
ear.
was on, because I was on the left hand side.
But no, back to the wedding. So you've got your expensive wedding, you've got your expensive honeymoon. Where are you going to live when you get home? Of
You
course, they
gotta-
better know that
where
before they
she
go.
lives, see, it'd be better see
Yeah.
if you instead of renting, if you buy a starter home. You
Yeah.
know, you don't. If we're going to talk finances a little bit, you know, you don't want to buy a $250,000 home as your first home and have a $2,500 a month mortgage payments, and then you're you guys are
Yeah,
just
unless you're
starting
making
off.
money for it.
Well, you'd have to make
You'd have to make
$10,000
a month.
a month to afford that.
Yeah,
You
I know.
and using Dave Ramsey's principles of a fourth for your housing, and that includes your electric and water too, and taxes. I mean,
Yeah.
$250,000 home, your taxes are
$250 a month.
What?
Yes.
No, that was just on a $150,000 home.
No. When I used to, my house was worth about that. It was $250 a month just to live there.
A $250,000.
And so it's like $1 per thousand. That's
that's it.
So be $250,000, be $250 a month.
No, that's pretty. Let's see, it's 1%.
Yeah, wouldn't that be $250?
1.1%
Okay.
a year. So it's like
Oh, well, I think it was like $2,100 a year to live
that
there.
would be $2,500, $2,750. So
Yeah, a lot. We don't have our calculator with
we don't have a calculator with it. Then you're probably having to pay a HMO fee of $3,000 a year.
And I did because we lived out on acreage.
Yeah, and then
if you live in a subdivision, you do HOA fees.
Yeah,
and they're like $200-300 a month.
So you're better off finding a little bed and butter home, and it only has one bath.
Yeah.
And
starting off,
buy a bank-owned home. Hopefully, your parents can help you pay cash for it.
Right.
Instead of the wedding, spending $50,000 on a ring, wedding, and honeymoon, spend that $50,000 and buying a home.
That's for sure. Yeah.
So what if your mother's mad at you because she didn't get to picture with Trump at the Trump Tower?
Yeah, whatever.
Because she wanted that menu.
Exactly.
We gotta have it at Trump Tower.
I was in Terry Dave's wedding.
We want to be on the society column of the New Yorker.
No thanks. I was in Terry David's wedding. I think I was only 15 when they got married, and they had a beautiful wedding. But it wasn't like it was beautiful. It was at their church. It was a big elaborate wedding, but it wasn't crazy. The very first time I got married, I was just 16. My wedding cost me $500. It included my wedding dress, the cake, the flowers, and we went to Kings Island.
For our honeymoon. Oh my goodness!
And so,
at
16 years old,
goes to Pigeon Forge.
Well, we went there too, but
back in Mom and Dad's day, it was Cumberland Falls.
Yes, Cumberland Falls.
Now they don't have all those motels down there are closed.
They're done for, and I hate that.
Yeah,
because it was that was good times back then.
Yeah, I kept eyeing those for rehab, but anyway.
So what we're saying is it's June month. Oh, what did Terry say? We all went. We all went to Kings Island. We did.
She went to Kings
Everybody went to Kings Island. We went to Pigeon Forge for 2 nights and came back and met my family at Kings Island. And we rode rides. So I was 16. Come on. I was a baby. Terry was just a few years older than me. And so we were all big kids and had fun, brought our moms and dads and rode rides and ate cotton candy.
I see your mom riding rides, but not your dad.
No, my dad didn't ride rides. My mom did. My dad did not ride rides. Yeah, you got it right.
I'm pretty good at people's
personalities. Yeah, but all of us did. We got Mom and May on the racers.
Okay.
I had 4 bloody
Going forward or back?
4 both. 4 bloody. What Terry say? My mom loved the what? Rise. Yes, she
I
did.
got it over here. If you want
Oh,
me to tell
sorry.
you what she's saying, I'll
Yes.
read it off of your phone.
But Terry, do you remember? I had 4 bloody fingernail marks in my because we rode the little Scooby Doo roller coaster
Oh,
first.
somebody grabbed.
Mom
Well, hold on.
and stuck her fingernails in my. She said you didn't. You said it wasn't much worse than the Scooby Doo. I was like, well, it's really not, but it was. So her and May about whipped me and Donna, getting her on there. But what did he say?
Nothing.
My mom rode the
It's
rides.
just it's we about told them enough tonight. Maybe we'll talk about finances another night. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of problems that arise that are brought on by getting married. I know that's one of the things I realized. I've taken a stress test several times, and I've always scored like 1,500 on where like you're stressed out if it's over 100.
Oh my!
But you get like 300 points if you move, if you get married, if you move, if you all these things add to your stressors, and so that makes if you're stressed, it can cause you to not get off to a good marriage. So so comment, ask questions if you want specific things elaborated on, and or more elaborated on, and share, because I'm not on any social media. I swore it off years ago, and if you choose to be on it, well, at least you can do is share for me.
And don't forget notification, ding ding ding, little bell.
Hit the ding-a-ling upside the head, and that way you'll know when that we're coming on, so you can harass us and ask us questions while we're live.
Yeah.
We encourage that.
Please do.
I had one guy I used to close with, with comments and snide remarks. Questions, comments, and snide remarks. I used to have a professor in Bible school that was what he would close and he would say, "Is there any questions, comments, or snide remarks?" And somebody asked me what I meant by snide remarks, and so I quit doing that. But still, I mean, we like being harassed.
We love questions, and I was wondering. I wanted to ask them too, if you would comment. Would you like us to talk a little bit more, since it is June, about different kinds of weddings? What what we did at our wedding. I can share that with them tomorrow night. We did some stuff that my cousin and our uncle both said, we've never done this before. And so it was really neat. We can share that another time.
What? Never done what before?
I had a foot washing at a wedding.
Oh, at our wedding, yes. Okay.
Yeah, we wash each other's feet.
Yeah, both preachers. Said they'd never done it.
And said they'd never done it. Yeah. They loved it. And it was so humbling. Tony washed mine. He took my shoe off. I took his off.
I saw somebody do it after that, though.
Did they?
Was that Tim and Brittany?
No, Tim and Brittany didn't do foot washing. So okay. I don't know.
Somebody I thought that I saw do it afterward. But anyway.
They may have. We may have. And then we did communion. A lot of people do communion. And then we did a sand ceremony where everybody in our audience came up and poured a little bit of sand, and I still have that, and that means a lot.
And I explained to Mark, he had never heard this before, that it's a picture of the sand covenant, or salt covenant.
Salt covenant.
Is the idea was you both pour sand into a vessel, and if each of you can pull out every grain of sand or salt out of that, that it belonged to you originally, out of that container, then you can break the covenant.
Oh, so that means no covenant could be broken.
Well, or yes, but even if it's colored sand, it'd be difficult to separate
you couldn't
the sand.
No.
of
I've got
course,
it upstairs. I'll show it to you.
then I pointed out that really marriage is a blood covenant, which is unbreakable.
Yeah.
It's a higher. The Bible has a lot of covenants in it, and so salt's down here and blood covenants up here. So it's an interesting study of the different covenants that they have.
So it's very interesting. If you want to know more, we would be, more than happy to elaborate more on different kinds of wedding ceremonies and give you some ideas if they want ideas. Since it's June,
it's getting that time.
Okay.
To say
good night, until we meet again.
Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen to you.
And though it's always sweet sorrow to part, you'll always remain in my heart. Good night,
Sleep tight.
and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that every dream comes true. And now till we
Meet again. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.
Good night. We love you.